Good morning. Um, Today is Sunday. Officially shooting the day 8th of my vlog. This time I want to try to see if I can do a daily vlog using a better camera. My Osmo Pocket 3 or 2, sorry. So today we're going to church, do some errands to see if we can talk about something later. Good morning, guys. Hello, I'm at church. Well, papasok pa lang. This is my church. Ooh. City Gate Christian Ministries. It's in BF Homes. If you're looking for a church, you can come here. Just finished church with my nephew and my mom. Sumam sa loob pa. So, yun. So now we're gonna go home and have lunch. And, yeah. Happy Sunday. The only downside to working from home is that in as much as you want to take a full rest day, you always need to check your work email. Baka may humabol. The only downside to working from home is that in as much as you want to take a full rest day, you always need to check your work email. Baka may humabol. Such is life. Alam nyo, there are some advantages and disadvantages in working from home. Siguro dito, in this video, we'll discuss, let me talk about why I think it's an advantage. First of all, it's an advantage kasi of yung matitipid mo sa mga overhead costs. What are the overhead costs? Kadalasan it's the commute. So whether you're bringing your own car or you're commuting, that costs money. If you're bringing your own car, yun, it makes things a little more complicated. You have your gasoline, you have your toll, and depending on which kind of office you live in or you work in, cost of parking. Plus, aside from that, depending on where you're from also and where the office is, siguro if you live in Parañaque or Las Piñas and your office is in Alabang, then it's okay. Or in Parañaque, you live in Parañaque or you work in Parañaque, then that's fine. But a lot of us don't have that kind of setup. A lot of us live in, let's say, Parañaque and work in Makati, Ortigas, Quezon City, wherever. And even the traffic adds up to, for me, at least it's a disadvantage. So, yan. Aside from that, yung ano bang matitipid mo? Kasi when you're working from home, you tend to sleep in a little bit longer, or at least you tend to, for some people, they tend to spend more time with their families longer, or even during shifts. If your shift's at 8, for some people like me, I only need to do is wake up at 7:30 or 7:45, whereas if I worked in an office, for example, when I was working in this BPO in Sukat, my shift's at 10, I would need to wake up at 7:38 and leave the house no later than 9, or else malilate ako. So, I mean, the time difference is Plus, if you're working from home, you can have your break anytime I think that's a win. Tapos, if you're working from home, you get to invest in good equipment, your computer, your internet access, anything that will make your work faster, better, or more efficient. Whereas if you're working in an office, unless you're given a computer, a laptop, wala eh, tali ka lang sa settings or sa specs na binigay ng office. You cannot choose, you cannot do upgrades. Like in this case, I upgraded to a 32-inch monitor kasi hindi it, kasi malabo mata ko. Is it a necessity? Yes. I think so. Is working from home 100% the best? Not necessarily. I mean, not a lot of people like working from home. I do. I've been doing it since 2017, so I think it's good enough to say that I like this kind of setup. Hassle nga lang, I mean, you know, the client gets to call you at random times of the day, and ikaw naman, syempre, instead of waiting for the next working day para matapos na, just work on it and do it right away. Medyo trade-off, okay lang. You know, I mean, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that working from home is the best setup ever. It really depends on your preference. If you're the type who wants to be in front of people or to be interacting with people face to face, then this is not for you. I think it also depends on the age. The older people like myself would rather work alone, and we're more efficient that way. We're more effective that way. Maybe some of you want to interact more, talk to people face to face. Then sa'yo yun. There's no right or wrong answer, to be honest. So yeah. So in the next video, it's gonna be more. I don't know if it's gonna be the next video or the next few videos. I'll talk about the cons of working from home naman. Yeah.